China has said it backs Burma's effort to safeguard stability as pressure mounts to end violence, which has sent more than 300,000 Rohingya Muslims fleeing to Bangladesh. Around 370,000 Rohingya refugees have arrived in Bangladesh since 25 of August, up from the previous estimate of 313,000, the International Organization of Migration has said. The top UN human rights official has denounced Burma, also known as Myanmar, for conducting a cruel military operation against the Rohingya, branding it a textbook example of ethnic cleansing. The government of the Buddhist majority country say its security forces are fighting Rohingya militants behind a surge of violence, and they are doing all they can do to avoid harming civilians. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Geng Shuang said China condemned the violence in Rakhine State. According to the Straits Times, he said, "We support Myanmar's efforts in upholding peace and stability in the Rakhine State. We hope order and the normal life there will be recovered as soon as possible." He added, "We think the international community should support the efforts of Myanmar in safeguarding the stability of its national development." The government says about 400 people have been killed in the fighting in Rakhine State, Western Burma. The United States said the violent displacement of Rohingya Muslims showed Burma's security forces were not protecting civilians. Washington has been staunch supporters of Burma's transition from decades of harsh military rule, which is being led by Nobel Peace laureate. White House said, "We call on Burmese security authorities to respect the rule of law, stop the violence, and end the displacement of civilians from all communities." Burma's foreign ministry said shortly before the U.S. statement was issued that Burma was also concerned about the suffering. It said its forces were carrying out their legitimate duty to restore order in response to acts of extremism. Ministry said in a statement, "The government of Myanmar fully shares the concern of the international community regarding the displacement and suffering of all communities affected by the latest escalation of violence ignited by the acts of terrorism." Burma's government regards the Rohingya as illegal migrants from neighboring Bangladesh and denies them citizenship, even though many Rohingya families have lived there for generations. Unverified reports from refugees and right groups paint a picture of widespread attack on Rohingya villages in the north of Rakhine State by the security forces and ethnic Rakhine Buddhists who have burned numerous Muslim villages. Authorities deny the accusation and say nearly 30,000 Buddhist villagers have also been displaced, fleeing to towns to the south. Attacks by Rohingya insurgent group, the Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army or ARSA, on police posts and an army base in the north of Rakhine State on August 25 provoked the military counter-offensive refugees say is aimed at pushing Rohingya out of the country. A similar but smaller wave of attacks by the same insurgents last October also led to what critics said was heavy-handed response by the security forces that sent 87,000 Rohingya fleeing to Bangladesh. On Sunday, Burma revoked a ceasefire declared by ARSA to enable the delivery of aid to thousands of displaced and hungry people in the north of Rakhine State, declaring simply that it did not negotiate with terrorists. Bangladesh is seeking help as it struggles to cope with the latest influx of Rohingya refugees, who have joined more than 400,000 others already there.